Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Daily Transmission. I want to say something carefully today because it matters. Not as an argument, not as a reaction, but as the truth that I live in my own body. What I'm seeing right now is not about politics or healthcare. It's about what happens when caregivers are asked to stop being human. I want to speak into something that has been disturbing me deeply because it's not subtle anymore. Today's daily transmission is titled, When Caregivers Are Asked to Be Inhuman. Right now, mothers are being targeted. Mothers in healthcare, mothers in mental health, mothers in wellness, spiritual leadership, education, and community organizing. Their bodies, their children, and their pain are being used as weapons in ideological battles about health, authority, and morality. A woman in the medical field is publicly dismissed because she's obese and her children aren't healthy enough. A mother who works in mental wellness loses a child to suicide, and instead of grief being met with compassion, her entire life's work is put on some kind of social trial. This isn't concern for health. This isn't protection of children. This is some kind of esoteric trap of punishment. And it's coming from both sides. What we are watching is the weaponization of motherhood, the weaponization of caretaking. Women's bodies and families are being turned into proof points in arguments that have nothing to do with care and everything to do with power. And it doesn't stop with healthcare. Wellness leaders are being targeted. Spiritual and philosophical voices are being targeted. Community servants, nonprofit founders, organizers, and healers are being targeted, especially women. The moment a woman shows strain, illness, grief, or the need to step back, her credibility is questioned. Her devotion is doubted. Her humanity is framed as contradiction instead of context. This is not accountability. This is cruelty disguised as righteousness. And while we're busy tearing one another apart, trillion-dollar systems remain untouched. Corporations that profit from sickness, exhaustion, and division benefit enormously when caregivers are encouraged to fight each other instead of questioning the structures that consume them. I know this train personally. In 2019, I stepped away from the nonprofit that I founded and was leading because I was physically sick. And I knew with complete clarity that I could not continue to serve my community as a wellness professional and a healer if my own life and body were not translating the values that I was trying to teach. That moment wasn't failure. It was integrity. And it came with a lot of grace. It was when I truly began to understand boundaries, energy leakage, obligatory masking, the expectation that women perform wellness and strength so others don't have to sit with their own uncomfortability, the way martyrdom gets mistaken for virtue, and how overgiving is rewarded until the body literally collapses. Burnout is not a moral failure. Illness is not hypocrisy. Grief is not evidence that someone's life work was false. We do not build healthier communities by demanding that healers, mothers, and leaders be invincible. And we do not protect children by publicly shaming women the moment their humanity, their vulnerability, becomes visible. If we were actually serious about health, physical, mental, and communal. We would be encouraging deeper research, shared responsibility, sustainable systems, and honest limits. We would not be using women's suffering as cautionary tales to score ideological points. Care work was never meant to require self-erasure. Motherhood was never meant to be a battleground. And wellness was never meant to be proven by the absence of struggle. If you are a mother, a healer, a leader, a caregiver, and you are tired, sick, grieving, or simply giving yourself the authentic ability to step back, you are not failing. And you are not giving up. You are responding honestly to systems that benefit when we exhaust ourselves, trying to hold it all together. Choosing boundaries and sticking to your boundaries is not selfish. Refusing to be used as evidence is not weakness. Staying whole is not betrayal. It is our greatest responsibility. Thank you so much for listening. This is the one that hits me so hard. Because putting ourselves out there, it's not easy. And understanding that we never even really made the choice. It was a call, and we just listened. Mothers and women and healers and healthcare providers, all of our leaders that are here for wellness. And honestly, it doesn't really matter whether you're a mother, a father, a grandparent, or anyone that is doing wellness care. You matter, and your work matters, and your health matters. And the fight that you're fighting, more than anything else, is to embody the healing within yourself. Because when you heal here, you heal there. And do you know, mothers, who watches that the closest? Our children and our grandchildren and the world. Thank you for joining me every day as I work through my own stuff and I show you what it looks like to be vulnerable and to lead and to care about not only myself, but you and all of us. Amen.